Most discussions about AI focus on job. In episode 3, we discussed how artificial intelligence affects hiring. Uh, but the deeper shift is happening inside firms. Artificial intelligence is not just changing how and what work gets done. This technology is changing who makes decisions and how exactly those decisions are made. On this channel, I break down how artificial intelligence is changing firms, jobs, and global economy. Now, let's focus on why firms did not delegate more before artificial intelligence. So, in order to understand this, let's try to understand the basic problem of organizational delegation. Um, Actually, firms and top level managers would like to delegate more decisions, but they do not. Why? The main problem in fewer delegations is related to the problem of misalignment. So, what I mean by misalignment is when employees' incentives, biases, and personal goals these diverse from organization, delegations become risky. So, because of this, at some point, managers may stop delegating at all, and which means they centralize decisions. Rigid rules are imposed inside organizations, and which means they accept decisions and inefficient outcomes so that they can stay in control. So, the real constraint on delegation has always been related to trust, which means top management people do not necessarily trust those employees. Now, let's see how artificial intelligence is changing that. Specifically, agentic artificial intelligence or autonomous artificial intelligence changes this dynamic in a fundamental way. When human employees are there, alignment is imperfect and it is difficult to control. Uh, Agentic artificial intelligence, or actually artificial intelligence in general, might solve this problem. Artificial intelligence agents make alignment easier because alignment becomes more programmable with agentic artificial intelligence. Programmable means leaders in an organization can actually define their goals, decision rules, and the constraints they have directly in the system. And by doing that, they can improve the economics of delegation, and they can design system in that way, which means there is no longer imperfect alignment when agentic artificial intelligence are used in companies. So that significantly increases control in organizations by adopting agentic artificial intelligence in decision making process. So the basic idea here is that organizations are actually moving from task automation to more and more decision delegation. And so, although most people think of AI as automating tasks, but the real shift is actually happening at the level of decision making in organizations, and companies are already making a lot of decisions without human inputs, using the inputs from models and data, using artificial intelligence solutions. Those decisions might be related to customer interaction, pricing related decisions, operational coordination, different types of strategic analysis, and many different things. And artificial intelligence is no longer only a tool. Artificial intelligence is actually an actor in an organization. So, strategy, that means, is moving at machine speed, and the transformation affects strategy itself. Artificial intelligence tools are very powerful tools, and they can process huge amount of data and information. They can simulate multiple scenarios that organizations are potentially facing, and they explore strategic options rapidly, which means those activities which used to take weeks, months, and even years might be completed in hours or even minutes with artificial intelligence tools, and which means all these expand the range of decisions that firms can consider using artificial intelligence tools. So, at the same time, there is a new risk, and the new risk can be referred to as the risk of artificial certainty. The meaning of artificial certainty here is this: greater delegation to artificial intelligence tools also introduces new risks. AI systems can make decisions very fast, they are fluent, and they are confident, even when they are wrong, which means they create a very dangerous illusion. That means what we can call as artificial certainty. That means managers may accept AI output without questioning them, which is really dangerous. And the problem is no longer bad analysis, but the main problem is uncritical acceptance of potential or polished answers from artificial intelligence tools. So, if you are interested in how artificial intelligence is reshaping prompts, I'll be covering other big shifts in future episodes. This is episode 4. So, we are talking about the hidden cost of weak human judgment. And so, another risk in companies is because human beings are less involved in decision making, that means they are less visible, and artificial intelligence takes over more thinking, which means human capabilities may become weaker compared to the time when artificial intelligence tools were not used. So people may stop doing the hard work of analyzing, questioning, or developing intuition. And all these things create a dangerous illusion of expertise. So, individuals might create high quality answers without truly understanding those answers. So, that is a key problem. So, this is a big organizational trap if artificial intelligence tools are not used carefully. So they also face structural risk. Um, we talked earlier that in episode 3 that artificial intelligence may eliminate some entry level tasks because organizations are relying more and more on artificial intelligence tools. So those rules are where future expertise is built. Those entry level roles are where future expertise needed for the organizations are built. So that means if firms remove these entry level jobs, which are actually stepping stones for future decisions, they risk creating a future shortage of experienced decision makers that are needed in the company. At the same time, organizations may start relying on AI output to also avoid internal conflict. Uh, Instead of debating strategy, which is good or bad to the company, teams may default to the artificial intelligence tools recommendation because it is easier to agree on, and they don't have to discuss a lot the pros and cons of different scenarios. So that results in not better decision but safer, more average decision, and that is a real problem. So what is the real transformation here? In the past, delegation dependent on trust that management people or leaders had in people. Now, delegation depends on control over systems, which means different artificial intelligence tools, which means AI does not eliminate decision making problems, and it also changes the nature. That means instead of relying on people, which is related to trust, they rely on artificial intelligence systems, which can be controlled more easily. So the conclusion is that AI is not just a productivity tool. Artificial intelligence is becoming more and more part of decision making structure in many organizations. And the challenge for firms is not just adopting more AI tools. The challenge is redesigning delegation, judgment, and various organizational roles. The firms that succeed in doing this will not just use AI, but they will rethink how decisions are made in organizations. Thank you for watching. This is episode 4 of the series on future of the firm. In the future episodes, we'll be talking about how artificial intelligence tools are changing or reshaping jobs and other things inside companies, and also their effects on the firms, jobs, and the global economy. See you in the next video.